This is not a rumor or a headline about a coming recession. It is the silent collapse of daily life in America. The power is still on, but millions cannot afford to keep their lights burning. Grocery carts are half empty, rent is unpaid, and families are falling below survival level. In the richest nation on earth, basic living has become a luxury. Politicians say the economy is strong, but ordinary people are drowning. This is not an adjustment. It is slow economic erosion. The American way of life is quietly breaking apart. Behind the happy headlines of stock market highs lies another reality. Across kitchen tables in small apartments, families struggle every day. The middle class, once the strength of the nation, is collapsing from within. A CBS poll says 2 out of 3 Americans are stressed about money. More than half admit they are behind on essential bills. The illusion of wealth is cracking, and the truth is painful. In 2025, inflation is not just a wave. It is a permanent shift eating away wages and savings. Wages have risen only 4.1%, but prices have exploded. Electricity is up 23.8%, gas 15.2%, and food 11.4%. Every dollar now buys less than before. Paychecks no longer mean security, only survival until the next bill. The average family spends 67% of income on basic needs. That has not happened since the Great Depression. Families are cutting meals, skipping doctors, and delaying rent to survive. 40% cannot handle a $400 emergency without borrowing. Consumer debt is now over $1.3 trillion, the highest in history. This is not laziness or mismanagement. It is a system that takes more and gives less. Officials still say the economy is strong. But millions live paycheck to paycheck while corporations make record profits. Savings are at record lows. The American dream and reality no longer match. Survival has replaced progress, and normal life is now unaffordable. This is not a downturn. It is a social breakdown in real time. For decades, people believed hard work meant stability. That promise is broken. The middle class is disappearing. Paychecks that once built homes now barely buy groceries. Saving for the future is now a forgotten dream. While corporations celebrate record earnings, real families are breaking apart. The median household income is about $71,000. But the cost for a family of 4 is over $85,000 a year. That is not stability. That is collapse. The middle class is being hollowed out by design. This is not limited to one state or region. It is happening everywhere in the country. Consumer debt is rising faster than at any time since 2008. Auto loan defaults are up 13%. Credit card delinquencies are at a 12-year high. Savings rates have fallen to 3.5%. People are not living anymore. They are borrowing time. The stock market may rise, but real wages fall. GDP may grow, but household money is shrinking. Many of the new jobs pay less than $20 an hour. The system celebrates numbers while people suffer quietly. The top 10% of Americans now control 70% of all wealth. The bottom half owns only 2.5%. Teachers, nurses, and small business owners are being crushed. This is not just a bad cycle. It is a deep restructuring. The collapse of the middle class starts with housing. A home, once a dream, is now a luxury. Rent and home prices are out of reach for most families. Median rent has passed $2,100, a 31% rise in 4 years. The average home now costs over $436,000. Mortgage payments have doubled since 2020. Over 21 million Americans spend half their income on housing. For those under 40, home ownership is nearly impossible. Corporations and investors now buy entire neighborhoods. They turn homes into profit machines, not family places. Between 2011 and 2024, big investors bought 1 out of every 6 homes. Ordinary workers now compete with billion-dollar companies for housing. This has created hidden homelessness. Families live in small shared rooms or move constantly. The government says 650,000 people are homeless. But millions more are on the edge. The line between housed and unhoused is thinner than ever. This is not a market correction. It is a system failure. When people cannot afford shelter, society begins to collapse. The American home has turned from a dream into an investment product. Next, even energy is becoming unaffordable. Electricity prices are up 23.8% in 1 year. Natural gas up 15.2%. Heating oil up 20%. The average monthly bill has doubled from $150 to $320. For poor families, that is a quarter of their income. 30 million households are behind on utility bills. Power disconnections are up 40% since before 2020. The lights in America are still shining, but fewer can afford them. While families cut power to survive, energy corporations earn billions. In 2024, the top 5 energy companies made $72 billion in profit. People cannot live without power or heating. Survival has become a subscription service. Rich families install solar panels. Poor families live under crushing utility costs. Power has become a tool of control. When heat costs more than health insurance, society is broken. This connects directly to the housing and financial crisis. The same paycheck that cannot cover rent also cannot cover power. The system rewards profit from human need. What was once comfort is now daily struggle. America's lights still shine, but survival now costs too much. After housing and energy, food is the next collapse. Food, once a symbol of comfort, is now a luxury. Millions face hunger in the richest country in the world. 38 million people, including 12 million children, face food insecurity. That is 1 in 8 Americans unsure of their next meal. Food prices keep rising. Bread, milk, and meat cost 30% to 50% more than before. A $100 grocery trip now costs $160. Families eat less, not by choice, but by force. 5 major companies now control 80% of America's food supply. They raise prices while profits reach record highs. Shareholders grow richer while workers go hungry. Food banks are serving 50% more families than before. Even middle-class people now stand in food lines. The decline in food access is not just economic. It is a human and biological crisis. Rising prices are forcing millions of people to buy cheap and unhealthy food. These foods cause chronic diseases and malnutrition, even for working families. The damage is long-term and passes to the next generation. Children growing up without enough food suffer from poor growth and weak health. They also struggle in school and lose hope for the future. When a country cannot feed its own people, it is not just a crisis. It becomes a moral failure. The collapse of food access is part of a deeper problem. It shows how local economies that once kept communities strong are now dying. When people cannot afford food or rent, small businesses start to fall. Shops, restaurants, and local industries begin to disappear. Since 2023, small business confidence has dropped to its lowest level since 2008. Over 400,000 small businesses have closed across America. They could not handle high rents, expensive materials, and worker shortages. Local services like diners, laundromats, and repair shops are disappearing fast. Every closed business means more than lost jobs. It means a piece of community life is gone forever. Data shows that 60% of small business owners cannot pay workers without loans. Commercial bankruptcies are up 32% compared to last year. People are spending less because prices keep rising. As spending drops, small shops close, and more jobs disappear. Less income means less spending again, creating a cycle of collapse. Big corporations and online giants replace local stores. They take money out of towns and give nothing back. Many small towns now look empty and lifeless. Old shops turn into warehouses or luxury apartments. What used to be a proud sign of American hard work now looks like ruins. As local economies fade, another system begins to collapse: healthcare. America spends over $4.5 trillion on healthcare each year. Yet millions of people cannot afford even basic medical help. The system is no longer about healing people. It is about making profit from sickness. 100 million Americans are stuck with medical debt. Over 40% delay treatment because it costs too much. 1 in 4 cannot afford their medicine. Hospitals make record profits while families suffer in pain. This is not a lack of money. It is the business of turning illness into income. Rural hospitals are closing faster than ever before. Over 600 have shut down since 2010. Entire regions now have no emergency centers at all. Insurance premiums rise while coverage shrinks. Families are forced to choose between food, rent, or health. 2/3 of personal bankruptcies in America come from medical bills. When people cannot treat illness, they lose work. When they lose work, they lose income and fall further behind. This is a chain reaction of poverty created by bad policy. Healthcare in America has become a luxury for the rich. When people cannot heal their bodies, their minds begin to break. Economic pressure is destroying mental health across the nation. Anxiety, depression, and burnout have become normal. The crisis is silent but spreading everywhere in homes, jobs, and schools. 1 in 3 adults now suffers from serious anxiety or depression. Antidepressant use has increased by 37% since 2020. Suicides have reached 49,000 deaths per year, the highest ever. People are tired, hopeless, and blaming themselves for a broken system. This is not personal weakness. It is the emotional cost of living in economic stress. High prices, medical debt, and housing problems are no longer financial issues. They are mental health disasters affecting millions. People are losing sleep, energy, and hope. Technology adds more pressure by showing non-stop bad news. Fear and stress now dominate everyday life. A civilization doesn't collapse in one night. It falls slowly when people lose belief in a better tomorrow. America's optimism and trust are breaking faster than its economy. This mental decline is not accidental. It is the design of a system that profits from collapse. The U.S. economy has changed from creating value to extracting it. Big corporations earn record profits by raising the cost of survival. The top 1% took half of all new wealth since 2020. But most workers earn the same or less than before. The government helps corporations more than citizens. Tax breaks and bailouts protect profits, not people. Both political sides argue, but the system stays the same. It's built to keep money flowing upward. Every crisis becomes another business opportunity. Rising bills and rent are not mistakes, they are profits. The American economy now feeds on people's struggle. Debt, poverty, and hunger have become permanent industries. Every part of life, housing, food, power, healthcare, is now controlled for profit. This is not just inequality. It is exploitation. The middle class is being drained to feed corporate wealth. And what's collapsing now is not only the economy, but morality itself. When millions cannot afford to eat, live, or heal, it's not about money. It's about conscience. America has built a system where profits are protected and people are disposable. Leaders celebrate growth while families live in debt and darkness. Corporations report success while citizens ration food and power. This is not strength, it's denial. The country now rewards greed and punishes honesty. Survival has become a privilege, not a right. Once, America promised dignity and opportunity for all. Now success depends on someone else's suffering. Every basic need has been turned into a product for sale. The US looks stable on the outside, but its foundation is rotting. This is collapse in the modern age, quiet, slow, and invisible. The lights still shine, the markets still move, but the meaning is gone. When values die faster than buildings, collapse is complete. Empires don't fall only from war. They fall when they forget their people. America's fall isn't guaranteed, but denial makes it certain. This moment is a warning written in plain sight. Collapse doesn't start with explosions, it starts with excuses. The systems of daily life are failing one by one. But even in collapse, there is a chance to rebuild. Only if the nation stops pretending everything is fine. Because when survival becomes privilege, history doesn't wait. It records the fall in real time.